Hello, my name is Ali, and welcome to my channel. We are back with Mystic Destiny Serendipity of Aeons, Tatsuya's route. So, let's go. Do you have the time to fill out the paperwork right now? I turn back to Galen. Tatsuya doesn't show any reaction to what I said, though. Well, that's fine for now. This is enough. I choose to ignore him entirely and focus on Galen. Yes, I do. For the first time in a while, I feel like I'm walking on clouds. He won't be able to avoid me now if we're working together. Galen produces a pile of papers from seemingly out of nowhere and hands them to me. The cheerfulness overtakes me, and I practically float back to my seat, feeling vindicated. What the heck did I just say? Vindicated. I drop the pile of papers on the table and plop down in my chair. Takumi takes one look at the paperwork and grins.
So, you really are gonna apply for the job here?
Yes, I decided it would be the best option for me right now. Tatsuya is supposed to be my partner in class and business club, but he's busy, right? So this makes the most sense. As I start to work through the paperwork, my mind slowly drifts to other things. Like, exactly just how busy Tatsuya is. I can't ignore the worry building in my chest. Tatsuya is taking on so much work now. He might end up burning himself out like this. I do my best to push those thoughts away and make a serious effort of starting to fill out the papers Galen gave me. I managed to fill everything in a couple of hours. My wrist is killing me, but I finished everything and handed it in to Galen. Takumi stayed with me all throughout that, and I ended up being grateful for his cheerful company. When I was done, he offered to walk me home. Overall, I feel much better after having visited Veritas. Thanks for helping me, Takumi. Takumi throws his hands behind his neck and stretches.
No problem. I'll always help you out if you need it, partner.
Oh. Something clicks in my mind. A memory of a time when a little white-haired boy with chubby cheeks and me, a little girl who he always called partner while we played. Oh my god, you just remembered him? Jeez, but I also do like with this story too, things are in different orders. Like in Show's route, I believe she figured out real quickly who Takumi was. So it's funny how they're in different orders too, which I like that. I think that's pretty cool that they changed the story quite a bit. And I said I said in the last one that, sometimes it's frustrating when it's like the same freaking storyline, but you just have to pick different question or different things you say. So it's like, I like more of a story than we have to watch the whole beginning of the story all over again just to get one person. But anyway, I think it's a lot more work when you have to make a whole different story for each route, which I think is really cool. Now I know for sure. You're Taku, right? He stares at me.
Yeah. Oh, did you finally remember me?
I smile and nod at him. I had thought so, but you're so different now. I wasn't sure. The Taku I knew was much smaller and adorable. He was like the perfect little brother. Oh, you just got friend-zoned.
So, does that mean I'm way too sexy and cool now for you to see me like that?
Blood rushes to my cheeks, and I can feel my face start to burn. What? No. I mean, not just. That's not exactly what I meant. His expression turns curious.
So, what did you mean?
I just meant that you're edgier, different, I don't know, more dangerous somehow.
Ooh, tell me more.
He prompts me with a big grin, making me laugh. Stop it. Anyway, I'm really glad to see you again. I never thought I would. Though, I don't know what you've been up to in all... Though I don't know what you've been up to in all of that black year. I hope nothing illegal.
Hey, you've got me all wrong. I'm on the right side of the law. Mostly.
Well, okay. Just don't do anything too dangerous. I know Yasu would have a heart attack. Taku looks momentarily surprised for some reason. He looks away, and his smile falls.
Right. Yasu.
That doesn't look like a happy face anymore. Does he have a gauge? Or is that just the same color as the roof in the background? And it's just his earrings silver. I'll have to see in some of the other ones. That's weird. I never noticed that.
Yeah, he really would, haha.
But I can say much else. We arrive at... oh no. My God. Literally just woke up and I'm recording this, so I do apologize if I sound like really groggy or out of it. Before I can say much else, we arrive at my apartment building. I turn to Takumi, feeling thankful and happy to see my old friend again, all at once. I still can't tell if it's a gauge or if it's just a silver earring. Thanks so much for...
On the night I found you at Kasema's, I know for sure now that you didn't do anything with Katsu that night. And that's because you like Tatsuya, don't you?
Whatever I wanted to say to him fades almost instantly with his words. Heat floods my face. No, I don't. Where would you ever get that idea? I barely know the guy. And he's rude, and moody, and mean, and he's barely even helped me as a partner. So, Takumi puts his index finger over my lips. I'm guessing it's an earring, and not a gauge. To stop me. Then, his hand falls to his side, and he steps back with a small smile.
It's always been someone else. But I'm glad this time it was Tatsuya.
He pauses for a moment. Oh, does he have a crush on you?
Tatsuya has a hard time connecting with people.
I like his shirt. I did it. I like that.
The guy works too much. Hardly ever does anything for fun, and I think he's pretty lonely. So he could use someone like you. So don't worry about it.
Wink.
If you're really into him, I'll help you get him.
It is so hard to do that voice when you just wake up. And you got that feeling in the back of your throat. Ugh. Sorry, I had to get a drink. My apologies if you hear my bottle going off. I open my mouth to say something, but it's even hard to form thoughts, much less get any words out. Smiling brightly, Takumi quickly looks away from me. For a moment, I could swear I see tears forming in his eyes. Oh, poor baby. Well, I have to say, just you wait, boy. We'll do your route after, I believe, Shinji, and then it's you. So, don't worry. But he turns on his heels away from me before I can tell. Oh my God, before I can tell for sure. When he speaks, it's in a voice that's a bit higher than usual. Well, see you later. Wait, Taku. Before I can say anything else, though, Takumi jogs off and disappears on the horizon. Oh, my sweet, sensitive boy. Oh, I'm so sorry, baby. Don't worry. 2 more routes. After we finish this one, we got Shinji, and then it's you, okay, baby? Taku, you can't. No. I'm probably just misinterpreting things. I climb the stairs with my feelings in a completely jumbled up mess. I love her apartment. My God, it is so nice. Compared to the one I live in now, it's like, the one I live in now is shit. Jeez. When I get inside, I move in a daze toward the sofa and drop down on it. I don't really like him, do I? Immediately, memories of the time with Tatsuya flash through my head. When I think about it, I guess it's not that hard to see that we have a lot in common. We're both interested in business, and we're both the type to take our studies seriously, and we're both logical people. I understand the way he thinks. I feel safe around him, like I can just relax and trust in his confidence. He can even be very sweet at times, and it makes me want to find out more about him. But I can't think of him without thinking about her, Haruna. and I can never forget how he acted around her, how he looked at her. The very memory makes my stomach churn. I shake my head, shooing those thoughts away. No, no more of that. Tonight, I'll just focus on something else, something fun and relaxing. I will myself to think of anything but that as I get up to go to my room. I prepare myself for an evening of nothing but me and my laptop, playing games well into the night. You're a gamer girl. Yesterday ended up being a bit of a mixed bag. The good thing is that I managed to find a way to spend more time with Tatsuya. The bad is that I had to distract myself from negative feelings about Tatsuya. Needless to say, I spent way too many hours playing video games and watching anime instead of focusing on homework. I ended up falling asleep midway through the last episode of Sakura Sparkle Cure, too. Oh, I said it right. Woo. And I didn't have enough time in the morning to watch what I slept through. I hold back a sigh and look around the lobby. After school, Dad called me again and invited me back to sit in on another meeting. Only it's with Katsu again. From the moment I stepped into the Shinamura lobby, my stomach began to feel like it's filled with lead. Meeting Katsu again after what happened last week makes me feel beyond uncomfortable. I can barely sit still without the overwhelming feeling of wanting to run away taking over me. Will he say anything to my father? My heart pounds uncomfortably fast in my chest. Will he tell him that I have powers? Of course. I saw him use this ability, so that means I could rat him out as well. Would he even care if I did, though? Many thoughts swirl in my mind. But the fact is that Katsu could tell my father about me regardless of whether I'm here or not, so I decided to go. I almost jump out of my skin when I hear a familiar voice greet me. Hey there. Oh no, I didn't expect to see him so soon. Why are you looking at me like that? As if I were some sort of bad guy. I don't say anything and just stare up at him. I'm not even sure what to say to him now. Whatever it is, he understands from my silence. I'm not sure, but he gives a short laugh. He doesn't say anything else, letting the quiet settle between us while we wait. I try my best to ignore the awkwardness that I feel, but as the seconds tick away, I start to get more and more fidgety. For a brief moment, I actually consider striking up a conversation with Katsunosuke, but the elevator door opens with a ding and Dad walks out. As he walks towards us, he smiles at me. Mr. Kasima, good to see you again. Dad and Katsu briefly nod at each other. Then he turns to me. And Munchie, it's nice to see that you decided to come after all. I'd like you to join us through the rest of the negotiation, as much as Kasima does. He was the one to request your presence this time. I smile and nod along with what my father is telling me, but a sensation of dread rapidly spreads throughout my body. I follow after Dad and Katsu into the elevator with my eyes on Katsunosuke's back. So he asked for me? I have no way of predicting what Katsu might be plotting, but knowing that he asked for me to be here puts me on high alert. It's a little fishy. Neither of the two men seem to notice that there's something on my mind as we go up to Father's office. The meeting goes on without any issues, and despite whatever I was expecting Katsu to do, it really doesn't seem like he has any ulterior motives. As far as I can tell for now, anyway. Katsunosuke quietly reads over the contracts my father had given him, his turquoise eyes scanning over every word. His eyes don't look turquoise to me. They look like blue-gray. He puts down the papers and finally looks up at my father with an easy smile. The conditions seem fine, and the amount you're offering is more than generous. Then do you... Father's words are muffled by the sudden commotion outside the office door. Please, sir, Mr. Shinamura is in the middle of a meeting. What's going on? Please stop. You can't just... Please wait. I turn to Dad and Katsu, but they seem to be just as confused as I am. Oh no, wait! I can see that Dad is about to get up to go see what's going on when the office doors burst open with a bang. It's our boy. Tatsuya? Tatsuya stands in the doorway. I'm so sorry, Mr. Shinamura. He just wouldn't stop. I almost miss it, but I could swear that I could see his eye twitch slightly when he looks at Katsunosuke. He looks right at my father, and when he speaks, his voice doesn't waver in the slightest. My name is Tatsuya Yukimura. And as someone who will be directly affected by this plan, I have a right to listen in on these negotiations. I'll stand in on behalf of the entire Yukimura family whose assets are being sold. I hold my breath at the sudden tension that permeates the room. Just what the hell is going on here? Katsu is telling the Yukimura's business? But that means are they related? Father stands up slowly, looking less than happy. I'm not sure if that's appropriate, Mr. Yukimura. Father glances at Katsunosuke, who lets out a chuckle. Why not, if he wants to so badly? I'd like to hear what Snowflake has to say, anyway. Snowflake? When I look at Tatsuya, he doesn't react to the odd nickname at all. It's as if he didn't realize he was being called that, or was simply used to it. If that's your wish, then. Miss Yamaguchi, thank you. That'll be all. Miss Yamaguchi bows her head and retreats out of the office. I apologize for interrupting. I won't do it again. With that, he takes one of the remaining empty armchairs in front of the conference table. As he sits down, he glances at me. But other than a slight raise of his eyebrows, he shows no other signs of recognizing me. Now then, since everything is settled, why don't we continue the meeting? Mr. Shinamura, if you will. Oh, yes, of course. I hold back a giggle. It's so strange to see Dad looking so flustered for once. I suppose he's not used to having people burst in on meetings. I haven't seen him blush since that time. As soon as a thought starts to form, I shut it down. No, this is not the time to be remembering her. Dad sits back down in his chair and straightens himself up. I focus all my attention on him and the meeting. Yes. So as I was saying, I have decided to go ahead with purchasing not just all of the properties that the Kasema family owns, but that of the entire Ryu clan. Katsunosuke remains quiet. He doesn't seem at all bothered when Tatsuya suddenly speaks instead. And what will happen to all the employees? We'll keep employees where we can, but honestly, not all shops will be considered viable. Some affected businesses will be closed, and where possible, the employees in other stores will be laid off with a sizable severance check. Tatsuya's face twists in anger. He leans forward to the desk in my father. So you'll just close down shops that mean everything to my family like it's nothing? You're not even bothering to ask the people themselves what they think or if they even want that? But Shinamura is offering more than enough money to buy out the businesses, and the employees could go on to live happy lives. Did you ask them that then? If it's something that will make them happy, you think that people will be glad to lose their life's work, to lose their dreams, all for some money? What? I didn't. When he puts it in that way, it does sound bad. But it's only the businesses that are doing poorly in the first place that would get closed down. We would never just take away people's dreams. Katsunosuke's eyes are on me as I argue with Tatsuya. His eyes sparkle with what I could only call delight. It's as if he's highly entertained by all this. God, he's creepy. Munchie, that's enough. It looks like we won't be able to reach a consensus comfortably today, Mr. Kasema. Hearing my father's words, I snap back to reality. I finally comprehend I've been having an argument with what is essentially one of father's clients. It seems so. I hate to admit it, but if the Yukimuras are involved now, I'll need a bit more time. We'll need to have the Ryu's final answer by on the deal before the end of the fiscal quarter next month. I'm well aware. I'll think about how to. I'll think about how to handle the manner. And be in touch. The matter, not manner. Jeez, I can't read. Katsu rises to his feet. Father follows suit, and they exchange a quick handshake. I'm going to let you guys... Ow. Crap. As I just hit my finger on my desk again. I'm going to let you guys go here. I hope you are enjoying, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.